Today, I want to talk a little bit about my process as a dietitian of how I assess the mind, body, and soul, and why I do that as a dietitian when I'm working with a client. So, first, I've been a dietitian for over 15 years. I've worked in the community setting, in health departments. I've worked in a private practice with a cardiologist, and I've worked in multiple hospital settings as a dietitian and as a nutrition manager. So I've seen a wide variety of patients. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of patients with, you name it, all kinds of health issues, diseases. And so what I've noticed from all these years of working as a dietitian is that there's patterns that arise in these clients. And so what I've noticed through my assessing these people is that, so usually a dietitian is allowed about an hour to 90 minutes to work with a client. And we talk to them. Initially, the hope is to talk about nutrition and how they're eating and what they eat and assess it and how we can modify that. But what I've found is that the client comes in and we tend to talk about stress in their life. We tend to talk about family issues. We tend to talk about financial issues, sleep issues, reasons why they can't exercise, other things that are going on with them and their family. And so, we used to joke, my coworkers and I joke that, we really weren't trained for all of this in school as far as being counselors and therapists for people. But really we just listened and took it all in. But really we were starting to assess the whole picture. And unfortunately, doctors are not given that opportunity, that much time to talk with their patients. Usually you're given maybe 15, if you're lucky, 20 minutes with your doctor. And there's just a fraction of things that you talk about. So also part of that is, clients are expecting more from their healthcare workers. So we are the experts. People don't have time. They don't have the patience. They don't have the means or the interest really to look into and research all of this information. And really they need to depend on their healthcare worker to give them the information they need as quickly as possible. And that's what I'm really seeing these days, is that people want information quickly. This is part of our society. In the digital age, we get information so quickly. And healthcare should be no different, but also have a quality of healthcare as well. And so what I've noticed too is if we don't clear these patterns with people, right? So I might see people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s on up, but if we don't address these issues with people at this point, they're going to pass on these patterns to their children and grandchildren and other family members. And so we need to clear up the issues. And, when I assess the mind, body, and spirit, I'm doing an overview. I'm not a mental health expert. I'm not a personal trainer. But I'm doing an overview to see where things can shift in your life, that you might be able to add certain things to help you with a healthy mental life and attitude, and begin to work these things into your daily practice, right? So whether you're just adding little things, we take it slow in the beginning. I don't, overwhelm people with adding new regimens all at once, because it can be overwhelming. And so the program that I have created is really about accountability. So when I first work with a client, you sign up, you fill out your mind, body, soul questionnaire. Then we have an hour consult. So it's just you and me remotely. And what I do is I go through that questionnaire for your mind, body, and soul, and we set up goals specifically for you. So this is a program that is tailored for each individual. Every program is going to look different for everyone, because everyone has different needs, and so the program's going to look different for everyone. The foundation of it is going to be similar as far as how the nutrition process goes, but as far as what the goals look like, how we work through it is going to be individualized. And so that's really, I think, the future of healthcare, is that it is personalized, that we have to work with the individual and what they need, what they want, the goals that they're looking for, the reasons why they want to become healthy. For some people, it might be, to live longer. It might be to prevent disease and illness. I think most people want that. It might be to live a longer life so they can be with their children until an older age. I mean, there's so many different reasons for getting healthy, but there are also reasons to delay getting healthy. And so these are things that I address too, because it's a pattern with some people that they push it off and think, well, tomorrow I'll start and work on getting healthy. And what does that even mean? What does getting healthy really mean? Are you addressing your mental health? Are you addressing your sleep? Are you addressing your nutrition? So these are all things that we look at and we can address on an individual one-to-one basis. So I want to remind you too that nutrition is the foundation of health, right? So it doesn't work alone though. So you have to work on nutrition as well as your mental health, as well as your physical health, as well as your self-care, and as well as your spiritual health, because we are multi-dimensional beings and we need to work on all of these things, and all of these things tend to shift day to day, and it does take work. But the program I've created, I feel like, with having an aspect of the program that I forgot to mention, the most important aspect is the client downloads an app where we can text securely back and forth. And the client can contact me through working hours, 9 to 5, with as many questions as they have in between our meetings. And so this tends to help people be accountable. They tend to stay on task. They stay on task with their goals. They're able to achieve their goals. And with that little bit of assistance and coaching, people are seeing huge results. And like I said, I'm able to refer people out if they need that assistance with coaching, with personal training, with mental health, other things. I am very, willing to work with other health professionals. I certainly cannot do it alone. And it does take a team approach for healthcare. And so, but overall, we can look at the mind, body, soul, spirit approach and do an overall look at what's going on for you. And so my hope for you is to take a look and see if you're ready to take the steps to get healthy, to stop postponing it. Maybe you're postponing it or delaying it, or saying, maybe one day I will. The program is very affordable. And so I hope you reach out. I will have my information posted below the video. I hope to hear from you. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'll also have my email below if you have any questions about the program or anything that I've mentioned here. Please reach out. I'm very willing to respond and talk with all of you. So be well, and I hope to hear from you soon, and stay posted for some more videos. Take care.